To give you an idea of what kind of raw food recipes I make, uh, I have presented some pictures here. These are not necessarily the most recent pictures, but several kind of raw food recipes that I have been making for the last 3 years. I will try to show a glimpse of different categories so that you know what kind of raw food recipes are made and if they can be appealing to you. You will be surprised if you are new to raw food recipes that you can make several varieties of raw food recipes that are visually appealing, very tasty, and you would want to have more and more of those. It's not like raw food recipes are basically eating everything raw vegetables and then bland. That's not the idea. Some of you who are new to this concept may want to know what exactly is raw food, what is considered as raw food. The definition is broadly, it is broadly anything that has not gone up beyond about 44-45 degrees Celsius or 48 degrees Celsius, and similarly I think working out to some 115 or so degrees of Fahrenheit. Something that has not been heated up beyond that is called as raw food. Why this definition is existing, I have not read it anywhere, but my understanding is that the temperature on the earth typically can go anything up to 48 degrees naturally. In most of the places it can go up to 40, 42, 44 degrees quite often. So if a food is exposed under the sun to that kind of a temperature, it is still considered raw. But if you are heating something beyond that, that is when you would call it as a cooked food, and it does not come under the category of raw food. So what does this exactly mean? If I heat up something under the stove, under the sun, or in a high speed blender, in any manner, if it gets heated up marginally, so much so that when I touch it, if it is a little bit warm, it is still considered as raw food. But if it is hot to touch, that's when you would call it as cooked food. So that is one of the ways of looking at raw food. In raw food, we are basically looking at fruits predominantly, all kinds of fruits, bananas, watermelon, grapes, oranges, guava, all kinds of fruits. Then you have your vegetables. Not all of the vegetables can be eaten raw. For example, bitter gourd, you might not want to eat it raw. Potato, you may not want to eat it raw. Sweet potato, maybe yes, but not potato itself. So likewise, there are some kind of vegetables which you can eat raw. Those are covered under raw food. Others are also covered under raw food, but one may not be able to eat them directly. Then you have all these kinds of nuts and dry fruits. The distinction between nuts and dry fruits is a little botanical in nature, and these are used synonymously. That is how we would like to go under this series of videos as well. Technically speaking, you would call date as a dry fruit. Cashew may not be a nut exactly, it could be covered under a fruit, for example. There are finer distinctions in terms of how you would look at these from a botanic point of view, but broadly we would cover nuts and dry fruits together. Some grains can also be consumed raw. Typical examples are your sesame seeds, chia seeds. Some of these grains can be taken directly raw as well. And then you have some category which is raw but not necessarily vegan, and those are usually accepted and not included in raw food. One such example that comes to my mind is honey. Honey is not vegan even though it may be produced raw. So most of the people who are following a raw food diet, although it is not essential, they are also vegan in nature. So honey is not included. For same reasons, even if you have had fresh buffalo milk, that is not covered under raw food. People do not want to take a buffalo milk or a cow milk or a goat milk, even if it has come directly from the animal, because it is not vegan. Vegan and raw food are mutually exclusive. But that having said, most of the people who follow a raw food diet also are vegans. They would like to be vegan and therefore they exclude these items. The cold pressed oils which have not been heated and processed during the extraction are also considered raw food. And if you have made some juices from certain fruits, for example sugarcane juice, that is also considered raw food. If you have taken coconut water from tender coconut, that is also considered raw food. Another common question that comes up in the minds of people is, when do you call somebody following a raw food diet? It is not necessary that one has to follow a complete raw food diet. That means, whatever the person is eating, it is not necessary that that person has to eat completely raw. It has been understood broadly by many people that to get the benefits of raw food diet, if someone is consuming about 75 to 80% food as raw, he or she is still considered as a raw food diet follower. It is not necessary that the person is between black and white, 100% raw, not touching anything that is cooked. There are a significant number of people who are predominantly into raw food, but not necessarily 100%. These people are also considered to be following raw diet. That having said, if someone wants to follow 100% raw food, there is nothing like it. And there are many people who follow religiously 100% raw. What is my case? That also I will cover in one of the topics under the philosophies of raw food, where I will cover, for me, is raw food a religion or a culture? What is the difference between the two? We will also cover under this series, what kind of food is eaten and how many times it is eaten. Most of the people in this generation, they eat 3 times or 4 times a day. What about people who follow raw food diet? Do they also have 4 meals a day or 3 meals a day, or is it 1 meal a day, or is it 10 meals a day? That is also something interesting. It varies significantly based on the kind of food that you are taking in raw food. So we are going to cover that aspect as well. The kind of recipes that we will be making in the raw food are salads. That is something you expected it anyway, right? Sauce, ketchup kind of a thing, any kind of dressings. Then fruits, various kinds of recipes that are fruit based, various kinds of recipes that are nut based. Some of them could use oils, and broadly, you could cover them under dehydrated items. You could have crackers, for example. There could be rice also. There is a certain kind of rice which actually gets cooked without any kind of heating. I have not tested it, but I know that that exists, and it is called as black rice. It is available in Amazon. It is definitely a little bit expensive. If you are serious about eating some rice, but you do not want to have any cooked rice occasionally, then this is an option for you. For example, noodles are made. Noodles could be made in raw food, definitely. Then we make ice creams. You got it right, ice creams. We make candies, chocolates, sweets, different kind of charts. We will be covering lots of topics under this raw food fundamentals series. I want to equip you adequately, and for this to happen, it is absolutely essential that you subscribe to this channel and click on that notification bell, so you get to know whenever I am posting a new video that could be useful to you. Thank you for watching so far. If you have liked it, I think you should click on that like button. If you did not like it, I still want you to click on that dislike button at least. I want to know what is it that you want to hear in these videos, please comment below. This is just purely for your benefit that I want to share. So I would like to hear from you, what is it that you want to hear, so I can make videos accordingly and you will be benefited. Thank you for your time. Have a nice day or evening, whatever is left for you. Bye bye.